In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on December 5th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Florida Atlantic versus Illinois. A highly anticipated matchup between the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Illinois Fighting Illini is set to unfold at the iconic Madison Square Garden on Tuesday evening, promising an electrifying inter-conference showdown. With both teams riding impressive winning streaks, the clash is bound to showcase the prowess of these formidable squads. The Florida Atlantic Owls, boasting a stellar 7-1 record this season, demonstrated their resilience in their recent triumph against Charleston Southern, securing a 90-74 victory. Despite trailing 46-40 at halftime, the Owls orchestrated a spectacular comeback, outscoring their opponents 50-28 in the second half. Key victories against Liberty, Virginia Tech, Texas Agricultural and Mechanical, and Butler underscore their dominance with an average of 84 points per game, 37.9 rebounds per game, and 14.5 assists per game. Star player Vladislav Golden has been instrumental, averaging 15 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. Florida Atlantic's shooting prowess at 50.7% from the field, 70.7% on free throws, and 38.4% on three-pointers solidifies their offensive capabilities. On the other side of the court, the Illinois Fighting Illini enter the matchup with a commendable 6-1 record, fueled by a recent victory over Rutgers with a scoreline of 76-58. A well-rounded performance, shooting 45.5% from the field and boasting a +28 rebounding margin, reflects their dominance. Terrence Shannon Jr., averaging 20 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per game, has been a force to be reckoned with. Illinois, with an average of 78 points per game, 49.3 rebounds per game, and 13 assists per game, exhibits both offensive and defensive prowess. Their shooting accuracy stands at 46.5% from the field, 57.8% on free throws, and 32.8% on three-pointers. While both teams showcase red-hot forms, the absence of a home court advantage, given the Jimmy V Classic setting, levels the playing field. Florida Atlantic's offensive might, shooting over 50% from the field and scoring 84 points per game, collides with Illinois' formidable defense, allowing only 59 points against per game. The Fighting Illini's rebounding dominance, averaging 49.3 rebounds per game, provides a significant advantage. In the battle of contrasting styles, Florida Atlantic's reliance on scoring faces a stern test against Illinois' stifling defense, conceding a mere 92 points per 100 possessions compared to Florida Atlantic's 97.2. As both teams enter the matchup on winning streaks, the stage is set for a thrilling contest between 2 top-tier teams. The Illini's size, defense, and rebounding prowess position them for a triumphant performance, further solidifying their status as a force to be reckoned within this matchup. Backed by their exceptional defensive capabilities and recent convincing wins, the Illinois Fighting Illini to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The total pick sets the stage for a defensive battle, as both teams boast impressive defensive records. The bookmakers' projection suggests Florida Atlantic's scoring prowess, but Illinois' defensive resilience and the potential for a slower pace indicate a likelihood of points being at a premium. Under the projected total emerges as our full game total pick, emphasizing the expectation of a closely contested, low-scoring affair between these 2 formidable teams. Wisconsin versus Michigan State. In a highly anticipated Big Ten showdown, the Wisconsin Badgers gear up to face off against the Michigan State Spartans, marking the commencement of conference play in the basketball battleground of the Great Lakes State. The Badgers, coming off a stunning 75-64 home upset against the number 3 ranked Marquette in their previous encounter, have shown resilience and determination, winning outright as 3.5-point underdogs. On the other side, the Spartans cruised past Georgia Southern with an authoritative 86-55 victory, covering the line as a commanding 28.5-point favorite. In the historical series between these two schools, the Spartans maintain an 8-60 advantage, including victories in the last 2 meetings, including a hard-fought 69-65 road win on January 10, 2023. The Badgers season has been a tale of ups and downs, with a 1-2 record in the initial 3 games, succumbing to Tennessee and Providence. However, they rebounded emphatically, securing victories against Robert Morris, Virginia, SMU, and Western Illinois. Notably, in their 71-49 triumph over Western Illinois, the Badgers showcased their prowess by shooting an impressive 53.2% from the field while committing only 8 turnovers. Wisconsin continued their winning streak with a remarkable upset against Marquette, where they scored 46 points in the first half and sealed the victory with a final score of 75-64. Max Klesmit and Stephen Kroll played pivotal roles, bagging 21 and 16 points, respectively, in the triumph. Michigan State, with a mixed record of 4-3, has displayed a balanced performance, securing wins over Southern Indiana, Butler, and Alcorn State. However, they faced setbacks against James Madison, Duke, and Arizona. Despite the Spartans' impressive Ken Palm ranking of 19th overall, Wisconsin remains at plus 21.22, placing them 15th overall in adjusted efficiency margin. Recognizing the Spartans' struggles against formidable opponents this season, there is a cautious sentiment regarding their performance in the upcoming clash against the resilient Badgers. The matchup is poised to be a battle between Wisconsin's scoring depth and Michigan State's formidable defense. With 4 players averaging at least 11 points per game and 2 more contributing 9 points or more, Wisconsin boasts an impressive offensive lineup. Conversely, Michigan State's defensive prowess, particularly in limiting opponents to 55 or fewer points in their wins, adds an intriguing dynamic to the contest. Despite Michigan State's strong defensive ranking at 7th, Wisconsin's recent defensive excellence, holding opponents to 64 or fewer points in 4 consecutive victories, adds a layer of competitiveness to the matchup. The Badgers' ability to secure a dominant 38-23 rebounding edge in their recent win against Marquette showcases their potential to control crucial aspects of the game. The Badgers' recent success, both offensively and defensively, positions them as a formidable opponent capable of overcoming the Spartans on their home court. Anticipating a closely contested battle, the Wisconsin Badgers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full-game side pick. Looking at the broader statistical landscape, Wisconsin has displayed a penchant for the under with a 5-3 record in their 8 games this season. Their defensive efficiency, ranking 24th, coupled with their ability to force turnovers on 21.6% of possessions, underscores their defensive prowess. The Badgers' deliberate offensive approach, ranking 318th in adjusted tempo, sets the stage for a game characterized by strategic plays and calculated moves. Michigan State, with a 6-1 under mark in their 7 games, showcases their defensive strength, ranking 7th in defensive efficiency and excelling in limiting both 3-point and 2-point shooting percentages. Their slow-paced style, ranked 313th in adjusted tempo, aligns with Wisconsin's deliberate approach, setting the stage for a game that unfolds methodically. Delving deeper into defensive statistics, both teams showcase their prowess, with the Spartans ranked 7th and the Badgers close behind at 25th. Additionally, their deliberate pace, ranking 318th and 313th in possessions per 40 minutes, respectively, further emphasizes the potential for a defensive showdown in East Lansing. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Villanova versus Kansas State. A highly anticipated clash between the Wildcats of Villanova and Kansas State is set to unfold on Tuesday night, promising an intense battle between the Big East and Big 12 powerhouses. Villanova, previously a contender, has recently faced a setback, tumbling from the rankings following 2 losses last week, with the most recent defeat being a narrow 57-55 upset at the hands of Drexel on their home court. On the flip side, Kansas State managed to secure a second consecutive overtime victory, scraping past North Alabama with a 75-74 win over the weekend. The struggles for Villanova have become apparent in their recent outings, dropping 2 consecutive games. The first loss, a 78-65 defeat against St. Joseph's, was followed by the aforementioned 57-55 setback against Drexel. Although Eric Dixon showcased a commendable performance with 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist, the rest of the team failed to contribute effectively. Currently averaging 74 points, Villanova's offense faces a critical juncture, while their defense, ranked 57th, allows an average of 65 points per game. In the Big East, Villanova stands at 6-3, with Providence, Creighton, and UConn leading the pack at 7-1. On the other hand, Kansas State, with only 2 losses this season, narrowly escaped a potential upset in their latest game against North Alabama. Tyler Perry's impressive display of 16 points and 6 rebounds secured a hard-fought 1-point victory. The team's season averages reflect an offensive prowess of 83 points, balanced against a defensive performance allowing 74 points per game, ranking 46th nationally. Notably, Nequan Tomlin's suspension following an off-court incident has impacted the team dynamics. In the Big 12, Kansas State holds a 6-2 record, with 6 undefeated teams, including Baylor. Both teams have exhibited inconsistency lately, particularly in matches where they were expected to dominate. The impending matchup between these 2 formidable programs underscores the significance of this game, with neither team underestimating their opponent. Villanova, historically performing better against formidable rivals, emerges as the favored pick. Notable victories over Maryland, Texas Tech, UNC, and Memphis showcase Villanova's ability to elevate their game against marquee opponents. In contrast, Kansas State has struggled against top-tier teams, succumbing to losses against power conference adversaries USC and Miami. The recent streak of narrow wins, requiring overtime against Oral Roberts and North Alabama, suggests that Kansas State might find the going tough against the higher-caliber competition posed by Villanova. Despite Villanova's recent challenges, they boast a solid defensive record, conceding only 65 points per game. This defensive prowess is likely to stifle Kansas State's offensive efforts, tipping the scales in favor of the Wildcats from Villanova. The contrast in offensive efficiency becomes pronounced, with Villanova's top-ranked defense led by Dixon and Moore offering a versatile inside-out balance. While Villanova has encountered obstacles, Kansas State has struggled to maintain consistency, especially against less prominent opponents. So the Villanova Wildcats to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The slow tempo at which Villanova operates, ranking 334th in pace of play nationally, further supports their strategy to control the game. Their adept guards, resilient against turnovers, contribute to a deliberate execution of half-court sets, resembling their successful approach against Maryland and Memphis, both victories where they stayed under the total. Villanova's ability to limit Maryland to a mere 40 points in an entire game highlights their defensive prowess. In contrast, Kansas State's recent struggles, particularly against North Alabama, suggest a potential offensive struggle against Villanova. With Villanova's preference for a controlled tempo and Kansas State's recent scoring difficulties, the game is poised to stay under the projected total. Thus, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.